This is how I made my London skyline image. So first of all we open the sky, and as you can see I've already changed the settings in the raw converter to how I want it to look, so we open that. Now we copy the background because we never want to work on the background layer. Make that full screen. Zoom in a bit to get rid of this nasty little tree because we don't want that. And we'll content aware fill that. That's a nice little job. Now we need to get our leaf and branch. So first of all we'll get the branch. Open that up. And again copy the background because we want to cut this out. So I'll make a new layer just so I can see what I'm doing underneath it and make it white. And for this we're going to use the magic wand tool, or time tolerance about 20 to cut it out. So that's selected it nicely, but we need to invert the selection because it's selecting everything else apart from this and we want to make a mask of it. So we'll invert that and then make a mask. See how it's done? It's done an alright job, but we'll go in and refine the mask. So we'll just edit some of these settings so we get a much cleaner mask with no black edges around it. There we go, that should do. Okay, now we want to drag this onto our sky layer, so drag that across and we'll just rename it branch. And now we need to resize this to how we want it. We'll go ahead and do that. That looks about right. So now we've got our branch placed, we need the leaf to come off it. Go ahead and open that up. And same process as with the twig, we need to cut this out now. So again with the magic wand tool, invert the selection, drop a mask onto it, and we need to clean this up again. So just messing with the settings until you get a much cleaner edge. None of this black. There we go. And obviously if you're doing this yourself you can go in and refine it a lot more and clean up the mask much better than I've done here. Okay. So then we drag this onto this file. We'll rename this leaf. And now we need to put it in place. So we're going to have it on this bump here just so it looks a bit more realistic. Okay, that looks about right. And what we're going to do now is just zoom right into here and just place this exactly where it would be on the actual branch. So we'll go ahead and put that there. And then just with the brush tool, we'll go ahead and just brush a bit out just to make it a bit smoother. Again, if you're doing this yourself, take more time doing it and make it look smoother. Right, now we need to change the lighting on this leaf because it's far too dark compared with the branch. So we'll go ahead and we'll put a curved adjustment layer over the top of it and we'll clip that to it and just brighten it up a bit. There we go. And now what we need to do is we need to actually put the skyline into this leaf, and to do that I will open up a file which I've already made, which is from a silhouette of a photo of London. So it's already on a separate layer, so we'll go ahead and drop this over our leaf. Oh, we want it on top of that. And not clipped. So we will size it to where we want, and we want it to be falling on the middle of the leaf. So it looks like it's been cut out. And we will put it about like that. And now here's the clever part. What you want to do is go back onto the mask of the leaf and just get the lasso tool and zoom right in, and you just want to jaggedly cut out down here and then roughly along here, making sure that you keep in where the silhouette is, and then when there isn't, just jaggedy. And there you go. And again, if you're doing this, you can take more time than I am. There we go. And then we just want to bring it over here to join back up. Now what you want to do is you want to fill that with black, so it's deleted some of the leaf. Okay. Now we can turn this off, and then by command clicking on this layer we can select everything that's in it, so it's got the silhouette selected, and then we go back to this leaf here and making sure that our foreground colour is white. If we fill it with white, it will bring whatever was back in the mask, so go ahead and do that and deselect that. We'll just get rid of this, so if we click on this bit of the leaf here, and we'll just use the clone tool just to get rid of those black bits. And there we go, we're nearly done. All we need to do now is to colour grade the picture, and by that I just mean using different adjustment layers just to give it a nice, clean, polished feel. So we can go ahead and use selective colour. It's just about bringing the tones together in the image, just how you like. And I like to add a small vignette on my pictures as well, so I use that with curves, so we darken that down a little bit. And then just using the gradient tool, making sure it's on black, we can delete from the centre. So then you can see what the small vignette's doing. And also what I want to do is, because the sky is really in focus, I want to blur it so it makes the branch and leaf stand out a bit. So to do that, we'll just give it a bit of blur. That's too much. No, that's about okay. And I think we'll add a bit of a photo filter as well. Maybe a warming one or a yellow one. Yeah. And there you go. Now you're ready to save it however you want.